Hello and welcome to another Stellar Guitarist song tutorial. Today we are going to be learning how to play Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. Now this lesson is dedicated to all the special members inside our private Stellar Circle community. You guys are the absolute best. Now for the lesson today, you're going to need your guitar in standard tuning. Make sure you're comfortable and let's get ready for takeoff. So to kick things off, let's take a look at the strumming pattern used in the song. It's our favorite beginner pattern and it's going to sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, which we count 1, 2, and 4, and. Now the cool thing in the song is that what we're going to be doing is taking that beginner-friendly strumming pattern and we're going to give it a bit of a swing. And that's just going to help us achieve that big band, jazzy sound that we hear in the song. So take a listen again. This is what we're aiming for. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So it's the same strumming pattern, but we're just going to be giving it a bit of a swing and you're going to loosen it up a little bit. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And the strumming pattern is used throughout the entire song. So now that we have that sorted, let's take a look at verse number 1. So the chords are going to be up on the screen for you. Let's take a look at it line for line. So line 1, we have an A minor chord. Next up is our D minor 7 chord. Now for this chord, what you need to do is take your first finger and you're going to flatten it over the B and the high E string. Okay? And we're going to take our second finger and we're going to place it onto the G string in the second fret. So from that A minor to D minor 7 is quite a nice chord transition because our first finger is already where it needs to be. We flatten it and we add our second finger. From here we have a G7. So our first finger again is sort of where it needs to be. All we need to do is take it down to that high E string and then we're going to be reaching across with our second and third fingers into the second and third frets on the A and low E string. And then our fourth chord is a C major 7. So this is like a regular C major, except we just take our first finger off the strings. Right, so the chords that we need in that first line, they're not difficult. They actually have a few connecting fingers that are going to help you along the way. Now going forward in the rest of this lesson, just going to mention this now. If you see a chord that has a 7 next to it. So for example, the D minor 7 or the G7, and you're not comfortable playing that 7th chord shape. Maybe you're just starting out on guitar and you only know the basic major and minor chords. That's completely fine. What you can do is then just ignore the 7. So instead of playing a D minor 7, you can play a regular D minor chord. And that goes for the G7. If the G7 is too much of a stretch for you and you're just really focusing on learning a regular G major, then that is what you can play. And that's going to go for all the 7th chords going forward. Next up, line number 2, we have an F major chord. Now, traditionally, this is a bar chord. But for this song, I like to play an F over C chord. That's just my preference. You can do whatever feels comfortable for you. Next, we have a D minor. E7 is next, which we play as a regular E with our ring finger lifted up off the strings. We have A minor next, and then an A7 chord. And for this A7, what I like to do is just take my ring finger and I will place it into the second fret on the B string, take my first finger away, and that's a really nice easy transition from an A minor. And you'll also notice that those chords are between brackets. This means that they're going to share the strumming pattern. So remember our pattern is down, down, up, down, up. What's going to happen here is the A minor will get the first 2 down strums, and then the A7 will get the rest of the pattern. So in total, down, down, up, down, up. Moving on to the third line, we have that D minor 7 chord. From From here, G7. Then we have a regular C major, and we have an A7 chord again. And again, I like to use that middle finger as a pivot finger from a C into an A7. And the final line of chords, back to that D minor 7, G7, C major, and a regular E major. So we have a lot of different chord shapes. I think that's what makes the song sound really beautiful and really fun to play on the guitar as well, because it's not just the same 4 chords repeated throughout the entire song. So let's try play that verse. We're going to put it all together with the strumming pattern. Each of the chords is going to get 1 round of the strumming pattern, except for that A minor and A7. You already know what you need to do there. We're going to just cut that strumming pattern in half, and those 2 chords are going to share the pattern. So let's give it a go from that A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, up, down, up, D minor 7, G7, C major 7, F, D minor, that E7 is next, A minor, A7, D minor 7, G7, C, A7, back to D minor 7, G7, and the C, and E. So now that you can play verse number 1, just something to take note of here is that the chords used in verse 1 are repeated again in the same order during the instrumental. So you've got that section under your fingers too. Let's move on to looking at the second verse. So verse number 2, they look almost identical to the chord sequence from verse number 1, and that is true except for that last chord at the very end. So in verse 1, we would play an E at the very end. Now for this second verse, what you'll notice is that we are playing a C chord at the very end. So in essence, you're playing 2 rounds of that C major. So let's just play that final line of chords together, starting on that D minor 7. This is what it's going to sound like. 2, 3, 4. G7. Now 2 rounds on the C. Repeats. So that's really easy and straightforward. So far we've got verse number 1 done and dusted. We've got verse number 2 really easy, and we've learned the instrumental as well, because the instrumental and verse 1 have the same chord sequence. So the final verse we need to learn is verse number 3, and now those chords are going to be flashed up on the screen for you, and you're going to notice that the first half of verse 3 is exactly the same, and it's just the last 2 lines that are going to be different. So if we take a look at those last 2 lines, we have the D minor 7 chord, which is going to be played for 4 rounds of the strumming pattern. From here we have a G to our G7 chord, and then we're going to end the song with 1 down strum on a C major. So let's put that together, just that last section starting on the D minor 7. 4 rounds of that, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to the G, down, down, up, down, up, G7, and 1 strum on the C. So that is as simple and as fun as it is to play Fly Me to the Moon on the acoustic guitar. What we're going to be doing next is a full playthrough of the song, so have your guitar ready and I'll see you there. So here we go for a full playthrough of Fly Me to the Moon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you want to stay within the same theme of love and outer space, then go and check out the lesson I taught for Moon River. You can click that on the screen right now. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you in another lesson very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.